Time of accident and derailment and other things are seen by us. Along with my officers, member traffic and member mechanical has also come. They were all seen the spot and small things, what all things happened here. Certainly at this juncture I am not in a position to say anything unless and until I have certain interactions with my officers who came along with me and the officers of general manager and other officers of my railway department. Then only I can come back to you with certain more particulars. The cause of incident and other things at this juncture I don't want to comment because after detailed inquiry, investigation and other things, then only I can come to a conclusion and I can say something. But as it looks, something has gone wrong.
What is that something? What is that something?
I will tell. So I have to discuss with my officers. Then only I can come.
Really, your officer, your officer has said that there is some sabotage.
I will come to that. I say, if you are not able okay, then you are, say I heard that there are something which has gone wrong, and really in another accident where really some mischief has been created by some of the activists of this area. But as far as this is concerned, we are still, we have to look into the matter. Ultimately, Commissioner of Railway Safety is the right authority to investigate into the matter and come to a conclusion. At present, I have declared 2 lakh rupees for the deceased and 1 lakh rupees for the persons who are grievously injured and 20,000 to the persons who are having simple hurt. So the further course of action will be taken by department after due consultation with the officers.
It is the fault of railway or sir Maoist?
I should congratulate the district administration who did extremely good job. Evacuation, relief and other things have done by the district officers along with the railway officers here. My honorable member of parliament, Mr. Rudy, was here right from the beginning and he took the lead in taking out the relief and other operations here. Really, the persons who are injured in the hospital, the injured who are in the hospital, we are just after visiting this place, while going back, we are going to the hospital and we are visiting those injured persons also. I really thank the villagers of this area who really helped in taking the relief and relief operations. And I think that here some of our Swayam Sevakas, Swayam Sevakas, they also cooperated with all these operational activities.
So that was the Union Railways Minister Sadanand Gowda saying we will have to wait for an inquiry in the morning. The Railways had gone on record to say that prima facie it appears to be a case of sabotage. The chairman of Railway Board, Arunendra Kumar, had gone on record to say that there was a blast on the track and that perhaps caused a derailment, which was strongly denied by both the Bihar police and the district administration. But Sadanand Gowda now changing track and saying perhaps there was some mischief. He hasn't specified on what the mischief was. Headlines today is Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu joins me for the latest. She's been tracking developments in the Ministry of Home Affairs because Rajnath Singh, the Home Minister, had also contradicted Sadanand Gowda, the Railways Minister. Also with me is Kamal Ashok from Ground Zero. Kamal, give us the latest. What is it that the district administration is telling you about the blast at Chhapra?
Well, at this point of time, contradicting picture available both at the centre as well as the state. But let me talk about the centre first. And obviously, Rajnath Singh has clearly said that the report he's got from the officials, whether it's the railway official or the authorities investigating the case, is that this prima facie seems like an accident and not a Naxal attack. And remember, this is not a Naxal-infested area. Recently, there was a state alert, especially for 4 districts, which includes Muzaffarpur, Gopalganj, Sivan as well as Saran, but not for Chhapra itself. So in that sense, they believe this is a case of accident, a human error, negligence on behalf of one of the railway officials. At this point of time, that's the thing coming in. But obviously, state officials also pinpointing that there could be a picture which could be contrary. But remember, no explosives have been found. Just 60 kilometers away from the spot is that of the Motihari incident, where they do believe that it's a handiwork of Naxals. So in that sense, two different stories emerging for two different incidents. But we'll really have to see whether there's some sort of clarity. Ministry of Home Affairs at this point of time is still awaiting report from Bihar Police.
Yes, stay with me. Ashok, there was another goods train, we're told, some 60 kilometers away, as Kamal was also telling us. That got derailed because of a blast. 18 wagons were derailed in that incident. Any link between the two, according to district officials on ground? Ashok, can you hear me? We'll try and get to Kamal Ashok in just a moment. But Kamal, your sources in the Ministry of Home Affairs, do they see a link between the two incidents?
Well, at this point of time, they believe that one is an accident and the other is the handiwork of Naxals. But clearly, remember a few years ago, there was an attack on a passenger train by the Naxals and they immediately apologized for it. And obviously, Naxals also look for local sympathy as well as a sympathy factor from other people. So obviously, they had taken their words and they had apologized for it. But remember, this incident comes also in the wake that they had called for a Naxal Bandh in that particular North Bihar district by a local Maoist unit. But obviously, the Home Ministry does believe that this is not a handiwork of Naxals, especially the derailment of the passenger train, the Rajdhani Express. But the other incident clearly is the handiwork of Naxals.
3 passengers had died on spot and others succumbed to injuries at the hospital later. That is what railway officials have told Headlines Today. We'll track that story closely. The Railways Minister is on ground zero. We'll get you more on that story. A quick break. News and updates continue on Headlines Today. Stay with us.